In this lecture, I like to go over volume of a box. So you can think of volume as the amount of space that an object or substance occupies. For example, let's say we have a crate. And I want you to think about this crate in a three-dimensional view because volume will always be expressed in some sort of units cubed. So for example, if we took the volume, it would end up being, let's say, cubic feet or cubic centimeter or cubic inches, right? Depending on um, the units of the box, right? And so volume is important because let's say we had some books or some tools or some jewelry, and we wanted to know how much of that would fit in this crate. We would have to calculate the volume of it first. For example, let's say we have a briefcase and we want to know how much documents or how much cash or whatever can fit in the briefcase. We'd have to calculate the volume. So let's work through some examples. So let's say we have this box and we want to calculate the volume. We know it has a length of 12 centimeters, a width of 10 centimeters, and a height of 8 centimeters. So to calculate volume, we need the equation volume equals length times width times height. So all we have to do is multiply the length times the width times the height. So let's do that. So our length is going to be 12 centimeters. And this will be multiplied by our width, which is 10 centimeters. And this is going to be multiplied by the height, which is 8 centimeters. So when we compute 12 times 10 times 8, 12 times 10 is 120, 120 times 8 is 960. So our answer would end up being 960 centimeters cubed. So in this example, we have a box with a length of 10 centimeters, a width of 6 centimeters, and a height of 4 centimeters. And we want to calculate the volume. And keep in mind, volume equals length times width times height. So all we have to do to compute the answer is length times width times height. So let's do it. Our length is going to be 10 centimeters, and we're going to multiply that by the width, which is 6 centimeters, and we're going to multiply that by the height, which is 4 centimeters. And so to compute the answer, all we have to do is 10 centimeters times 6 centimeters times 4 centimeters. So without calculating the answer, we know our units is going to be centimeters cubed, and our answer is going to be 10 times 6, which is 60, 60 times 4, which is 240. So therefore our answer would be 240 centimeters cubed. So let's say we have this cube, and it has a length of 3 inches, a width of 2 inches, and a height of 5 inches. And we want to calculate the volume. So to do that, we use the equation volume equals length times width times height. So let's do that. Our length is going to be 3 inches, and it's going to be multiplied by our width, which is 2 inches, and it's going to be multiplied by the height, which is 5 inches. And so to compute our answer, all we have to do is 3 times 2 times 5. So 3 times 2 is 6, 6 times 5 is 30. So our answer would be 30 inches cubed. So in this example, we have a length of 4 feet, a width of 2 feet, and a height of 6 feet. Go ahead and try to calculate the volume of this box. Keep in mind, volume equals length times width times height. Alrighty, in case you guessed it, we're going to do length times width times height. So we're going to start out with our length, which is 4 feet. And we're going to multiply this by our width, which is 2 feet. And then we're going to multiply this times the height, which is 6 feet. So now I simply multiply 4 times 2 times 6. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 6 is 48. So my answer would be 48 feet cubed. So in this example, we have a box with a length of 6 inches, a width of 3 inches, and a height of 9 inches. And we have to calculate the volume, and keep in mind volume equals length times width times height. So therefore, in order to compute the answer, all we have to do is length times width times height. So let's do that. So our length is going to be 6 inches. It is going to be multiplied by our width, which is 3 inches. And now we have to multiply this by the height, which is 9 inches. So 6 times 3 is 18, and then 18 times 9 is 162. So the answer to this problem would be 162 inches cubed. Alrighty, in this example, our length is going to be 9 meters, our width is going to be 8 meters, and the height will be 7 meters. So therefore, our answer is going to be in meters cubed. And to compute volume, we're going to have to do length times width times height. So let's do that. So our length is going to be 9 meters, and it's going to be multiplied by our width, which is 8 meters. And this is going to be multiplied by the height, which is 7 meters. And now we want to compute the answer. So all we have to do is 9 times 8, which is 72, and then 72 times 7, which is 504. So our answer will be 504 meters cubed.